Athletics and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. Focus is going to be essential. Play by play. He understands completely that they have a big opponent coming in here next week, top 25. But this opponent in front of them today is not to be taken lightly. He wants to make sure his players are looking at them and understanding they have quality players too, and not look ahead to next week. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Run inside. It's Riley. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Ready to fire from the pistol. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Turning it on. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Now hits it. It's Henderson. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball is coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker will
makes a grab and room to run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He's changing the play. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. He's got it, first down and more. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. Sellers to the air again.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for room straight ahead. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Powers inside. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last fourth down.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Raiola. Rush right in his face. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Play this game in the shadow of big techs. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just...
Snags it, and there's running room. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
To the air, it's Sellers. Throwing right. With the catch, it's Henderson. Oh, he found a space. Touchdown, Sooners. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Final play of the quarter coming. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's Raiola to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Wants to take it outside. It's Henderson. Stopped right there.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Running inside, it's Riley. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
The It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. A beautiful throw out in front of the target.
He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Here's Raiola to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Raiola to the air again. Hauls it in. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Throwing Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Sets his feet. It's Raiola. Lets it go to the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan, because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Raiola unleashes to the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Follows his blocks. It's Henderson. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Delayed give. It's Henderson. Fighting off the defender. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Raiola to throw. Look out! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Right down the middle. Out wide right, it's Lockett. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Lost to throw on 1st. Right side, it's Smothers. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Again, it's Raiola. The short hands, it's Smothers. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Los
textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Deep in the end zone, it's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Sellers. Rushes on. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the number 5 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Ducks with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. And that's 4 straight on the season for this team as they continue what is now a nice little streak. As we check in on these top 25 matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football is.
Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads it left. The short hands, it's Thomas. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field. But really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Escapes the pressure to his right. On the move, he fires. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Blaylock. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Sooners had this offense rolling. Might as well give it to him again. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He's got an open man. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. is Xavier Robinson. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to slam it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll give it on the counter. Drop immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Here's Raiola to throw. Unloads to the right. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. Release to the back. Left side is Riley. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Throwing Raiola. Between the hashes, it's Wingo. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Plows his way ahead. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Raiola. Here comes the heat. Finds his man down the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Raiola to the air again. Fires to the right. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the fourth. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Trying to make one miss. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. From the gun, it's Smothers. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Give to the running back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. On the ground, it's Smothers.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Raiola to throw. Almost picked off.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Throws for the tight end. Out wide left, it's Townsend. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Hits inside. It's Smothers. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Raiola to throw. Caught by Coleman. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Throwing Raiola. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Raiola. He caught it. Touchdown, Texas. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Sellers. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Sellers on the play action. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
I love players that step up in big situations, in big moments, in big games like that, late in this game on third down, and just get the job done. That defender, an outstanding job. Outstanding work right there on that pass range.
Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So the fourth down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play, Reese, is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
He's taking a deep shot. He's got it way down the field. And this defense, his head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Sellers. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Perfectly thrown ball, nice catch, good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Making the adjustment on the play. Sets his feet, it's Sellers. Under pressure, he's on the move. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back, you don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! They move on top here in the fourth.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Raiola. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to line up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety. This rivalry is always full of passion. It brings out the best in both teams, but today, Oklahoma a little bit better, David.
Yeah, it's hard to handle all the hype of the Red River rivalry. And Oklahoma did an unbelievable job coming out the gates, handling it, putting hook 'em horns where they belong.